Hello there, dear Scorpio. This reading may not be just for Scorpio. It may be for everybody who's involved. The reason for that is we have an eclipse in Scorpio and cards are just really wanting to talk to you. So if you're a Scorpio rising, Sun, Moon, I usually stop here, but in this case, Venus, even Mars may actually be affected by this transit, and you may find something very relevant in this spread for you. The way the spread goes for Scorpio, I think I need to. You will hear some noises in the background. I do have a very chatty bird who's actually passing on the messages. That's my belief anyway. He's been with me for a very long time. I'm not talking a few years, I'm talking very long time. Shh. So Scorpio, I'm actually very surprised that we don't see a tower here. Perhaps tower moment has already passed you by. Okay, but we do have a Knight of Swords here. Got it. Okay. So let's take a look at these cards. And I know they're very colorful and a little hard to understand what they are, but they do follow tarot Rider-Waite tarot. So cards do have the same meanings. Obviously, most tarot readers also have some sort of a clairvoyancy or some sort of extra gift that they also use. So usually different pictures may trigger different images as well that may help you understand the energy that's coming through during this transit. I am the same way. I read energies more than tarot meanings. But let's get to the reading. So I do realize it's already middle of the month, and in fact this massive eclipse, the scary eclipse, is actually happening tomorrow. Maybe today for you, as it may take a minute to upload this video. I believe the frustration that you may have experienced, Scorpio, is the fact that things are not progressing as fast as you wish. There are certain things that are just not happening as fast, or they came to a complete halt, or they are about to, or you're anticipating it to just not go anywhere. So if it goes with your relationship, there may be a person that you're dealing with who is of a significant interest to you. They do embody a person that you may potentially fall in love with. They do seem to be attractive to you physically. You do enjoy their presence, and you know they're easy on the eye. They're good looking. I'll tell you that right now. They're probably pretty athletic, very charismatic, and probably popular amongst their peers. They may also remind you of someone from your past. Something about this person will have a resemblance of past energies that you may have experienced when you were a teenager or during younger, like, you know, puppy love, first love. And so that's what may create a conflict in your head regarding this relationship, because you seem to be an adult. You are looking for something a little bit more stable, something that's promising, something for the long haul, something that will increase your position and secure your financials, and this person just does not seem like that. So essentially what I'm saying is, what I'm feeling is an increasingly prominent energy of doubt, and this doubt is not for nothing. I mean, there are certain things and situations that have happened between you and this person where you have a right to doubt his or her abilities to be in a serious relationship. And because this relationship is dragging its feet or does not really show itself as you would want, you may be very quick on deciding to cut them loose. And as you can see in this deck, we see him cutting his head off. The reason I paused, I saw something else in this card, but I'm not gonna say it right now anyway. So this may be a pretty aggressive energy that you may empower, and this may be significant to some astrologers if you are looking at some of the fixed stars that are in the sky. When I was making this deck, and just so you know, I am the creator of this deck. I actually am a digital artist. So when I was making this deck, the fixed star that I was thinking of when I was drawing this Knight of Swords, and this is a Knight of Swords, is Algol. And this Algol star is actually very prominent during the time of eclipse, and I believe it starts with May 14th and goes all the way to May 22nd maybe of this year. So it will have this aggressive energy of my way or the highway, or making fast decisions on cut something loose because it doesn't fit the bill. It's not going anywhere. And the reason I know it's not going anywhere, we have a King of Wheels or Pentacles, which is upside down, meaning that your nightmares are caused by delayed blossoming of this relationship or of this situation or of this job. If you're at work, you know, if it's a work position, if you're having a transit in your 10th house, you know, based on your ascendant, I'm not sure which house that may be in, but meaning overall your feeling about the situation is not so happy. And I mean, you're at the point where you're like, why am I even wasting my time on this? Why am I even, I've already spent so much time. Time is of essence. This guy really does not like to waste time. I'll tell you that right now. This guy counts every minute. That's why you see how fast he is. He's fast to make decisions. He's fast to win the race. He's driven by certain will and power to get to wherever he's going, right? So, and he's not gonna stop at anything. And at this point, you're fed up. So I honestly, Scorpio, think that this eclipse may get your emotions stirred up in that way that you're gonna be ready to just cut anything and everybody loose who doesn't fit the bill, who can't be with you on the same page, and who doesn't want to, you know, go the same direction that you are. So honestly, for some Scorpios, this may be significant because some relationships will be ending. There are some relationships aspects for all signs, not just Scorpio, and this energy may be prominent in some other zodiac charts, just so you know, right? Because we all have every sign in our zodiac, so depending on where that situation is happening, and if you're close to astrology, I would take a look at those positions. Now, it's interesting because to me, Knight of Swords also possesses a power of Mars and a little bit of Gemini. So does Nine of Swords, which you have here. Mars and Gemini, I believe. Yeah. So with that said, this energy, this is how you're going to resolute, right? You're not going to take the bullshit anymore. You're basically going to be very quick to point the bullshit as well. And anything that's taken too long is just, you're just going to get it off the table. Like, I'm not even participating in this because I don't care. What you want is what makes you feel good, what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel beautiful. And what you want is a relationship that actually is fulfilling and emotional. And anybody who doesn't want to, you know, participate in this is going to be gone. And you probably are not going to be looking back in this situation. So here you are dealing with this energy. And I'll tell you right now that some of you will wave somebody goodbye. You will let someone go here, because it's gonna be an energy of, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't even know. So something that had a great potential in your head, something that you thought was, you know, your bright future, and you were ready to take a leap of faith, you're gonna do a turnaround. You're gonna be like, I don't think so. And that's okay. We do have the Fool reversed and the Strength reversed. And this combination kind of tells me that you are not ready to begin what's not serving you. The Strength card also upside down can, not upside down, but in reverse, can also show sort of a stubborn energy where you are, you only see things a certain way. You may be even aggressive if you do have a male figure around you. There may be a clash of personalities amongst, there is a clash of yin and yang, let's put it this way. Male, female, doesn't matter. Whoever you identify with, there is going to be a clash of yin and yang, which will probably dilute the situation, or it's not only going to delay the new beginning, it's probably going to eliminate it. Like at some point, one of you, which is probably you, Scorpio, you're going to decide that you don't want it. And by looking at this energy, rightfully so. If somebody, it's almost like 7 years and waiting, you know. So it's like if you had 7 years to decide whether you want to be with me or not, and if it's taking you this long, then I don't even think that I want to be with you. So this is the situation that I'm seeing here. Now, of course, 7 years is a figure of speech. It could have been 2 months. It could have been, you know, whatever your threshold is in your head. But essentially, your emotions are going to be boiling to the point where you just don't want to be here anymore. Now, for some of you who are not single or looking, or not in a weird situation, you may be in a prominent relationship where it just hit a stale area. Like you're not emotionally involved with each other anymore. You do not have the strength or the magnetism to each other, and so in reality, what you may end up doing is being in an open relationship. Because honestly, these two cards in reverse, it's talking about like you are open to new possibilities, but yet you're not completely apart, right? So you are indulging in each other's emotional fulfillment and being open in other relationships, but yet it's not going to be a conflict because you've sort of agreed upon it. Now, Scorpios are also going to be prone to new sexual relationships or experimenting new things during this time. And this is almost like something that you were not able to do when you were younger, you know, maybe will come out. The reason I'm saying this is because there is first of all, you know, both of these cards may indicate children, but it's also something of the past, something of your childhood, something that you may have really, really wanted when you were a child and you never got it, right? So you were deprived of something as a child or as a teenager, or your puppy love never, when I say puppy love, I mean like, you know, your first love or teenage love never came about as you wished. Or there was a scenario that really made you feel oppressed or suppressed. This is the emotion that you'll be able to play with during this time. And then if you have a very good partner in life, they will understand this part of you, and you will probably be free to do as you wish, as you please. And your partner will be mature enough to understand those needs that you have, and maybe even provide you with those. So don't be too hasty to cut out your partner, which you will probably be wanting to, especially at the beginning of the month, or, you know, around the eclipse time. There's sort of an advice in this spread to sort of hold back your emotional part, because you may feel sorry later that you acted too hasty. There is love around you. It's just that your emotional feelings are stirred up to the highest limits, and it is very difficult for you to see clearly right now what you may or may not be gaining in this situation. So either way, because you could not get some sort of emotional resolution in a situation in the past, you will be trying to find different ways to for it to play out, and essentially this may or may not be a positive spin on the situation, because for some of you what will happen is during this open relationship time you may actually meet someone that you really, really like, or someone that reminds you of someone in the past. It could have been your high school crush, it could have been a figure of your father that you never had, it could have been somebody that you wish you had as a partner that you never had a chance to do, and you may get stuck on this, get obsessed about this figure. It also could be an actual crush from the past that may appear, and it's almost like you're going to get an opportunity to play out that romance that that never did play out in your life. There were other obstacles that were happening, but you have to understand that the energy from the past is not the energy now. Like, you do have different needs and wants at this time, and perhaps this is what you will realize. But there's definitely going to be some sort of spying. There's definitely going to be some sort of internet communication or phone communication. And there's definitely going to be someone who's going to stir up your sexual needs and wants and feelings, and you will be open to exploring new possibilities in your romantic life, whether you are taken right now or not. This is something you need to consider. It's almost like you're coming out of juvenile energy into a more mature energy, because as this relationship spins off, or as this connection starts progressing, some of your childhood memories may get triggered, as well as your feelings of passion. So be careful not to get stuck on this person, because you may be then trying to get their attention in all the way possible without actually getting in return what you need. But you will not notice it until later. So, and for some of you it will play out that there is a person who it didn't play out with in the past, right? So the romance never got started, never kicked off. This person may soon reappear in your life, not specifically during the eclipse, but I don't know, during the summer months. There's a lot of Gemini energy, so I'm thinking time of June may be part of it. King of Wands may also embody your outlook. You will be extremely magnetic and sexy during this time period, so do play nice with whoever surrounds you, because people will be paying attention to you, and this energy could be an energy of someone else who gets stuck on you. And it also, like, there is a past energy as well, or there is a naive energy, or there is an energy of nostalgic essence in your spread. So all of these things may be playing out in your surroundings. Now remember, sometimes energies come through in your spread, but it may not be things that are happening specifically to you. It could be something that surrounds you during this time. It may be something that you're witnessing. Now, King of Wands is also an energy of Mars, and I just wanted to let you know that astrologically Mars will be moving. There's going to be a lot of Mars energy. First of all, Scorpio, you're ruled by Mars, so this energy is going to start sort of increasingly playing some sort of part in your life. That's what's going to light the fire for your sexiness and attractiveness. And that's probably going to be after the eclipse, like after the 20th of May, where you will see the aggressive energy subside, but the sexy and happy-go-lucky mood will probably kick in. So end of May is going to be extremely alluring. But if you're talking about work, there may be some past problems at work that may come up for you. Some unresolved issues that you're going to have to revisit and solve fast. There will also be people around you that will probably gonna want to take your position or take your place or have something to say about what you've done wrong. And that communication may not be extremely professional, or it may not be to your benefit, meaning it could be something that they say behind your back, even though there is no 5s or 7s of swords on this table right now. The energy still prevails. So it could be some negative issues or some people that are jealous of you. There is going to be an energy of jealousy. This combination may show you an energy of jealousy, by the way, here as well. So just be careful how you relay your information, what exactly that you do. Just you need to understand that you are being watched, which means someone is just sitting there and waiting for you to slip up. And of course, Mercury is retrograde during this time, all the way until June. So just watch what you write, what you read, and how you respond to certain things. So there's going to be people who are going to be trying to stir up some feelings or aggression from you. And this is where you would need to pull back your emotions and basically disengage from any sort of a conflict. Your energy is very much of a provocateur, not only in a sexy way, but in a jealous way, meaning something that you do makes you easy money, and someone may not have an easy way or easy time with that, because they don't understand that you have a past and you worked very hard before you got to where you are. Someone may see you as a very spoiled and childish and adolescent person that just gets everything they want at a moment's notice, because they don't know your past, okay? And it's not that you have to go explain yourself to everybody, but you also can understand what drives them. And this is the people you need to disengage with. These people are not mature enough to understand why are you acting the way you are. They don't understand that people who actually have achieved something in their life don't have to show off in Gucci and drive a Mercedes. People can be just wearing shorts and a t-shirt and have fun on the swing, and because they don't have to show off in front of anybody with what they have anymore. In fact, they probably don't want to do that, but it's a whole different story. Anyway, so keep your eye out on people like that, but you're pretty much protected from this energy. It is, after all, your birthday time. So the only thing to consider is not to dwell too much on the past, and don't dive too deep into your childhood problems. You may have an energy of, I wish it was like this, or as if it was like that, or what if it was like this, or what if it was like that, right? So all of those what if energies are something that will dilute your understanding of what's actually happening in reality. And you do need to keep grounded during this time. You may have a tendency to spend quite a bit of money on different things, but a lot of those things will have to do with your health, your new environment, and perhaps new possibilities. Maybe you will be investing in some new projects. Maybe just wait until retrograde energy and the eclipse energy subsides a little bit. So why don't you plan now, and the actual investment may happen in June time. So of course, don't let the retrograde energy stop you from signing any contracts. Just pay attention to the details of everything that you receive and what you sign. You're definitely going to have a daring end of the month here, except for this possible, there's going to be a possible confrontation with something or someone. And basically the tarot spread here says avoid harsh decisions and try to disengage from something that doesn't serve you anymore. You need to analyze to where is to, do you need to even be in this confrontation? Like, are you even worried about this? Or can you just like walk away and do your own thing? That's going to be part of your King of Wands energy. So let's see what's going to happen next for you, Scorpio, and how you can handle this energy during this time. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Yeah. See, go with the flow and move away from any confrontation. Look, you're happy. This is your time. And you may be, you know, you feel unlucky here. You feel, it's really interesting that the shadow part of you thinks that you're not good enough for something. And the shadow part of you thinks that this is not over yet and that you are delusional. But what the tarot is saying here is you are good enough. Look at you. Look at how bright you shine. You are a star. You're a king of wands here. You're a king of wands surrounded by Knight of Chalices energy. Meaning you're very creative. You're very lovable. You're going to be very attractive. But for some reason internally you're going to feel like you're not good enough. So when you look in the mirror you're going to see all the little imperfections, you know. And a lot of those imperfections will be coming from within and probably driven by regrets or rejections in your past. So what this tarot card is saying is go with the flow, just live through this energy lightly, understand that it's passing through energy and you are the actual magician. So however you think about yourself, and that's what you're going to manifest. So be careful of low vibing here. You don't live in the low vibing energy. Catch up with your sun, catch up with your manifesting powers. And Six of Swords is saying that you are moving on. You're moving on to some higher power, to some higher level. And obviously your prosperity is only going to keep growing. Your stability is only going to keep growing. So don't let this little mishap or some negative people or some delays stop you from achieving your goals. Because honestly, the delays that happen here are like Knight of Pentacles. He's so slow and he's so upside down where you are already a queen. So if this person can't make it to a king level, because you need a king, you don't need a knight who's upside down. If this guy can't make it to a king level fast enough, dump him. You have a king of wands coming through here, which is a new energy for you. You do have more Gemini energy here. It's a Gemini Virgo energy. This is a Leo energy. So I'm thinking that June through August is probably going to be quite prosperous for you, Scorpio. So dump the low vibing people and go with the flow with the people who are brighter than the star, you know, the ones that are charismatic, the ones that are outgoing, people that actually achieved something in their life, because they are going to be a very good driving force and a good example for you to move forward. Yeah, look how sexy you are, Queen of Wands, and we do have a couple here on the table. So Scorpio, whoever it is, you're going to have some sexy time, okay? I'm gonna leave it at that. You're gonna have some good sexy time with this person. I'm not sure if it's gonna be forever and ever, but it's definitely gonna be a very magnetic, very high vibing situation here. As soon as you get out of the gutter here and get out of the sad energy, and whoever you're stalking here, just let him be. Leave him alone. Don't think you need to stop thinking about them and move along. As soon as you get out and start going out and meeting new people, you're probably going to run into this King of Wands. That will make you much happier. Let's put it this way. Of course, if you are in the couple, it could be something that you're experiencing together. But like I said, there is certain openness to this relationship. Maybe you're going to practice some sort of new things within your relationship, trying new things. There is an energy of outgoing and more public display of affection, and maybe it's a trip somewhere where there's a lot of sun. So maybe it's you know, you're gonna go on vacation or something. But there's definitely a time for you to be a little bit more open-minded, and a lot of high vibing energy, a lot of physical energy, let's put it this way, right? So if you want to go to the gym, if you want to do dancing, if you want to do any physical activity, you're going to shine like a star here. And you're going to be very alluring. So low vibing energy, throw it off. It's going to be you're going to feel it, but it's going to be it's going to pass through quite quick, because the end of May, beginning of June is going to be quite fabulous for you, Gemini. I kind of want to do something else for you, so let's pull one more card for those who are finding themselves in a very difficult position and who are alone right now. They don't even have a potential partner. I kind of want to see where it goes for you. Yeah. So this is a major arcana, and it kind of gives you, first of all, it's a bit of a duality, right? Even though it's a justice card, it does talk about scales calibrated, which means you need to sort of get out of your emotions and be a little bit more clear-minded about what you want, because you are going to be in the power of manifestation, especially closer to the month. You do need to get things straight with someone or for someone, and any sort of injustice that's happening in your life or anything that maybe seems unfair to you, just remember that you have the power to cut it off, or you don't have to be there. You don't have to participate in that nonsense. You're just going to be following the energy that makes you happy. So justice card and the world tell me that the cycle of some bad hang-ups and some toxic relationships is coming to an end for you, Scorpio, and whatever's coming for you next is going to be a new cycle that opens up with a firecracker. It's a fire energy that's just going to start bursting and expanding around you, making you super, super visible to other people. You also do have a lot of prosperity coming your way. So you, within next year, you probably will have an increase in your finance. Something you waited for a very, very long time may just not serve the purpose anymore, because so many things are going to change around you, like the quality of people that you're hanging out with, the surroundings, the socialite circles, right? They're going to change for you. So with that said, whenever this past energy shows up, you're going to be like, well, you're still in the gutter, right? Like you're still down there somewhere. I'm the sun, right? People come to me. I don't come to fix you. I don't have to fix you. I will help you out as much as I can, but I'm not going to take responsibility on fixing your life for you. It is your responsibility. This is kind of the story here. So Scorpio, you're just going to stop blaming yourself for somebody else's problems. That's kind of how it feels. We do have a couple on the table, which means you are going to have a romantic opportunity to have a romantic relationship. And if you're single, you probably are manifesting someone from your past. I'm not sure if it's your past life, but it could be someone from your past that comes back, that shows you a little bit more of commitment and priority this time. So it could be someone who did not pay that much attention to you. It also is someone who's already watching you. They're probably watching you, and they're probably considering whether they should or should not talk to you. So some of you may have this story as well. So there's a lot going on for you, Scorpio, this month and a little bit of June. Usually these energies play out during 4 to 6 week period, to be honest with you. So please like, share, and subscribe if you like this channel. And I'll talk to you soon, Scorpio. Bye.